Hey guys, welcome to Developer Gurukul. In this video, we are going to look some new features of Java 14 which was released on March 2020. So let's get started. First, we have to download the latest version of IntelliJ IDE and then we have to click on new project. Once you click on new project, you will get a window and then we have to install latest JDK 14 in the project SDK. Click on download JDK and click open JDK latest version 14.0.1 and download. Okay, once your download finished, click on next, give your project name. I'm giving Java 14 new features and then click on finish. Done with your project setup. So the first feature that we are going to start is switch expression. Switch expression was the preview feature in Java 12 and 13. In 14 it is the standard feature. In 12 Lambda syntax was introduced for switch expressions and in 13 yield statement was introduced. This is used to returning value from an expression. Before that it was not possible in our previous version. So guys, let's go to the IDE and discuss with an example. First we have to enable Java 14 features. For that, let's go to project structure. From project SDK we have to select OpenJDK 14 and from project language level we have to select SDK default 14 and then we have to click on OK. Now let's go to the example what I wrote. So this is a switch statement. So in this example I will give country as an expression. If there is a match, the associate block of code will execute. Now let's convert this to Java 14 switch expression. We will hover over switch and our IntelliJ will convert the switch expression. And here we go. Here we uses Lambda syntax, so we don't need to write break on every cases. Let's run it. HV given IND, it will show rupee have as a currency. In this example, we will see how to use yield to return a value from an expression. Before that, let me refactor the code. Now I am writing yield mest h. I am returning value. I have to assign to a variable, so I am writing string result. Now I will write yield in each and every case. Yield mest and default yield not mest. So let me print system.out.println result. Let's run it. So guys, this is about Java 14 switch expression. The next topic is helpful null pointer exceptions. As we know that null pointer exception is thrown when program attempts to use an object reference that has null value. It's not clear in which part of our code we are getting null pointer exception. So in Java 14 it makes our life easy. It improved the description of null pointer so that it is easy to know from which variable we are getting null pointer exception. To enable these features we have to add one argument. Let's go to the IDE and we will see with one example. So in this example I created one list called data list and assigning null to it and printing the size of the list, which definitely throw null pointer exception but doesn't have any details from which variable we are getting null pointer exception. Let's enable helpful null pointer exception message features. For that we have to click on edit configuration, and in the VM option we have to give one argument, so code details in exception messages, and then we have to click on OK. Let's rerun the application. It will throw null pointer exception, but with few details. It's showing with a clear message, because of your data list is null, you are getting null pointer exception. So guys, this is about helpful null pointer exception features. To work with JDK 14 preview features, again we have to go to project structure, and from project language level we have to select 14 preview, and then we have to click on apply. OK. In Java, to work with multi-line string, we have to use string concatenation operator, but in Java 13 text blocks concept was introduced as a preview features. With these features, the goal is to allow easy creation of multi-line string without using string concatenation operator. With the help of text block, we can easily create HTML, JSONs and SQL query strings, and we can use it in our program. Let's create an example and see how to use text blocks. In this example, we have created two multi-line string and HTML with the help of concatenation operator, and string Java 14 HTML with the help of text blocks. You can see how easy to write a multi-line string using text blocks. And if you noticed, I have used one backslash. That is, if you want to display a set of string in a single line, then we have to use backslash. Now I'm creating another multi-line string variable called JSON product. Let's write one sample JSON string: items, product, MacBook OS, Mac OS, system dot out dot println JSON product. Now let's run it. If you see the output, you can see a JSON string, an HTML string. So in this example, we learned how to write text blocks, and it makes multi-line string declaration very easy. Before Java 14, when we are dealing with an object, we used the instance of keyword to check the type of the object, and if the check succeeds, we used to cast it to our required type and perform any operation on our object. With pattern matching features, we don't need to cast explicitly. We just have to provide the corresponding variable along with the type to instance object, and the variable will bound to the casted value. So this is about pattern matching for instance of. Records is one of the useful and most interesting features of Java 14. It's the preview features. Okay, to understand records, let's go to the IntelliJ. If you see, I have already created one class called course. So basically it's a DDO class where we can keep some data inside it. Okay, to create a DDO class, we have to write a set of getters, and we'll override equals hashcode and toString method. So now we will create a similar type called records, which will provide all the necessary methods like equals hashcode and toString, and we are able to access its data using a set of accessor method. Okay, to create a records, we have to click on src new Java class. We have to click on record. So I'm giving a name called course record. So we have created one record, public record, course record. Now we'll pass few variable course ID, string course name, string course duration, course type, string duration. Okay, so I created one record. So basically it provides all the necessary method. Now let's decompile this record and see what's inside it. So I have decompiled this record. If you see record, course record.class, if you see, it has a set of variables, constructor, toString hashcode boolean, and a set of accessor method, or you can say getters, where we will able to access the data from records. So basically records is a new type like an NS data class. This can be typically used for DTOs, data transfer objects, which functionality is used to act as a container for some data. Records are immutable, that means it doesn't provide setter, we cannot change its value, and it provides all the necessary methods like equals, hashcode, toString, and which eliminates few lines of boilerplate code. So guys, in this session we covered few developer features of Java 14, and in the next session we will discuss some other features and tools and few API updates of Java 14. So I will see you in the next session.